Hi everyone. Welcome to the Turkish Spotlight Secrets channel. All the details are in today's video. Before we jump in, remember to subscribe to our channel and share this video so you never miss a moment. Thank you so much. Now let's get started. Hazal Subaşı, one of the most talked about names in Turkish entertainment, set social media buzzing again with her latest post. In a warm, unguarded snapshot, she appeared with Erkan Merrick and a little boy from their family circle, and the image drew a flood of likes and heartfelt comments within minutes. The scene felt close and unfiltered, the kind of moment people don't plan but immediately recognize as genuine. It didn't just charm her followers, it also stirred up reactions from fellow celebrities, igniting a conversation that spread quickly from timelines to tattle pages. The detail everyone seized upon was the remark left by Burak Özçivit. A few words and nothing more, yet his message under Hazal's post carried enough meaning to echo across gossip corners all day long. That brief comment became the touchstone of the story, the spark that saw a simple family-style photo turn into something the entire industry had an opinion about. For some time now, Hazal has chosen to keep a quieter daily rhythm, stepping back from constant spotlights and focusing on a life that seems measured, mindful, and serene. Every so often she opens a window for her audience, sharing small but luminous fragments of her world. In this latest frame, her softness took center stage, while Erkan's steady, protective stance gave the picture its anchor. The little boy's innocent grin completed the triangle and invited people to call it exactly what it felt like to them, a happy family moment. Comments poured in, true happiness, love you can see, peace in a single picture, capturing the collective sigh of followers who felt instantly included in a private embrace. Then came Burak's note. It wasn't long or performative. It was clean, compact, and somehow intimate, as if he chose each word with care. Gossip accounts grabbed it within minutes and reposted the screenshot with their own interpretations. Fans read warmth into his tone, calling it a friendly nod from someone who knows exactly how much power a small gesture can have online. The reaction spread fast, carried by the idea that genuine support in show business is rare and therefore precious. People responded with words about kindness and solidarity, remarking on how much they miss seeing famous faces cheer each other on without an ulterior motive. Many observers felt the comment hinted at a long-running respect among these names, a tiny proof of the quiet bonds that are rarely broadcast. Neither Hazal nor Erkan added anything, no follow-up captions, no live stream to explain context, and that silence only intensified the moment. The more the post traveled, the more it reminded everyone how quickly a single image can spin into a day-defining topic. By the afternoon, the conversation had moved from who posted to what it meant, and the whole cycle made clear just how swift and alive this world of whispers can be. What began as a lovely, unassuming photograph soon rode a tidal wave of attention. Being real in a space that often prizes polish has its own electricity, and the proof was there. A photo that didn't try hard, didn't reach for perfection, and yet managed to be the headline everyone was discussing. Burak's line gave it a boost, no doubt. But the core force was the feeling in the picture, a softness that suggested trust, calm, and something shared without fanfare. Around the same time, the chatter turned toward Hazal's evolving sense of peace in recent years. Viewers insisted they could see it in her eyes, a steadiness that suggests she's exactly where she wants to be. Some called it the happiest stretch of her career, one where she's more deliberate with choices and less concerned with noise. That selectiveness came through in the image, which seemed to say more about her priorities than any statement might have. As for Erkan, his quiet pride in the moment stood out. Comments multiplied, his dedication is written all over him, his protective side suits him, he looks like someone who knows the value of home, and the overall tone was unmistakably warm. What set this post apart was the way it rose beyond content and turned into connection. People weren't just looking, they were feeling. They wrote about finding comfort in seeing their favorites at ease, about drawing strength from a picture that felt like a pause in a crowded day. The simplicity cut through the constant battle for attention and reminded viewers why they follow certain faces in the first place. It was a reminder that the ordinary, when sincere, is extraordinary. Meanwhile, Barack's words kept circulating from one platform to another, with hundreds of replies nesting under every reshare. The fan conversation was straightforward: this is what sincerity looks like. They recognized how rare it is for major names to interact without a project to sell or a press tour to feed. The response to that small comment became a story inside the story, an example of how celebrity exchanges can feel human, even tender, when they're stripped of spectacle. Another thread wove through the day as media voices revisited Hazal's measured presence since stepping away from constant pressure. The picture carried themes that resonate across audiences: home, friendship, trust, and those themes amplified its reach. Observers said she looked stronger than ever, grounded and focused, almost as if the lens captured a hush that words could not. The conversation shifted from the question of who was in the frame to the feeling the frame left behind. A stillness that so many people crave. Soon, timelines and trending bars reflected just how far the photo had traveled. Despite the couple's instinct to protect their private world, every image they share turns into an event. Followers called the composition pure sincerity, praising the lack of staging and the glow of natural light that felt like morning, or closeness, or both. Comparisons bubbled up to the overstyled content that often dominates celebrity feeds, with many declaring that authentic warmth beats provocation every time. It was an easy truth to agree with, and people did, loudly. Speculation also started on what might come next, and whether any follow-up would appear. For now, there wasn't one. No behind-the-scenes video, no caption add-ons, no extra angle. The restraint surprised some and satisfied others. It left the image alone to do its work and gave space for fans to discuss what they saw without being steered. That choice, whether strategic or instinctive, kept the effect intact, quiet, steady, and powerful. Columnists joined in, placing the photo under a figurative magnifying glass. Longtime observers pointed out that Hazal's reserved elegance hasn't gone anywhere. If anything, this stage has sharpened it. By keeping the camera at arm's length and choosing her moments, she's made each glimpse feel meaningful. That scarcity creates its own value. Every detail becomes a topic, from the way she leans to the way Erkan stands, to the child's free-spirited grin that spreads joy without asking for attention. Backstage buzz carried another theme: the harmony between Hazal and Erkan. Rumors come and go, as rumors do, but the two have often preferred to let their presence speak instead of their words. This photo felt like an answer without being an argument. Fans said it plainly: a single image can be more convincing than 1,000 clarifications. Lines popped up everywhere: this is what trust looks like, this is softness with a backbone, this is a reminder that love is quieter than the noise around it, and the mood stayed steady and kind. From the first hours of the morning to the last minutes before midnight, the chain reaction only grew. Barack's spark led to waves of support from other public names, many of whom added likes instead of long messages. That subtle chorus landed as loudly as any big declaration could. Viewers welcomed it as a break from competitiveness and the headlines built on conflict. They called it proof that friendship not only exists but can be visible, and that encouragement can be stylish, simple, and effective without shouting. It's not the first time Hazal has directed attention with a single post, but the elegance of this moment feels noteworthy. The photo asks for nothing and still gives a lot. It frames a day where a woman who has mastered restraint shares a fraction of her life, where a man beside her says plenty with posture and calm, where a child's smile opens a window to joy. It's the kind of balance that turns a feed scroll into a pause, and a pause into a memory. As evening drew on, the cycle repeated. New shares, new thoughts, new readers stumbling on the picture for the first time and reacting with the same warmth as those who saw it hours earlier. The narrative stayed consistent. This isn't spectacle. It's something softer. The power of one clean sentiment, home matters, kept people returning to it. And for fans who have watched Hazal and Erkan over the years, the post fit into a larger pattern. A preference for substance over noise, for letting meaning come through in gestures, not grand announcements. By nightfall, the consensus was set. A single photo had done what press days sometimes fail to do: it made famous faces feel closer. It reminded audiences that calm isn't boring, that intimacy can be shared without cheapening it, and that kindness can travel as fast as scandal when people want it to. The conversation will likely continue, with Barack's comment acting as a footnote that is small in size but big in effect. There may be more to come. Or not. Either way, the house lights on the post won't dim anytime soon. And that brings us to the end of our video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to Turkish Spotlight Secrets and share this video with friends who follow the latest buzz. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.